What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails into Reverie. Last time we continued on Lloyd's route from where we left off after the reoccupation of Crossbell happened. And Lloyd wakes up in a bed at the boat shack near where we fought the cryptid, you know, a numerous amount of times in several past games, where Kenneth was essentially staying for a while. And Risha apparently got an unconscious Lloyd out of the city. All of the SSS kind of spread out going different directions so they couldn't be caught. And then we eventually met up with Lecter. I guess Lecter is here on behalf of the Empire because obviously they don't agree with what Rufus is doing. So Lecter, even though Lloyd doesn't trust Lecter, obviously because of after everything with the Great Twilight and just everything Lecter has done to Lloyd over the years, he's taking everything Lecter says with a grain of salt, but he at least understands that his friends would be doing the things that Lecter is claiming they would be doing. So, apparently one of the SSS members has headed for Armorica Village, so we're gonna head over there to see who it might be. I mean, obviously it's one of a number of people, so we've got Ellie, Tio, Randy, Wazzy, Noel.
まさかお前さんたちと一緒に行動する日が来るとはな。
そういえば何気に初めてですね。でもあなたなら予感はしていたのでは。
そこまで万能じゃないさ。まあ、とにかく改めてよろしくな。
Yeah, like obviously Lecter and Claire have both been hard at work, you know, trying to fix up the mess that they were a part of. So, but obviously Lecter's still gonna have his very not caring attitude regardless of the situation. Getting heated. What does this do? Okay, it's just a buff. I don't think we need that, but I was just curious what it was. Oh yeah.
ま、相手が悪かったな。
All the Iron Bloods are now just trying to do everything they can to better the Empire now that Osborne is gone. Anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Oh wait, did I look up here? Oh god, these things again. I haven't seen these things since Azure. I missed one of them.
Oh yeah.
Lovely. Yup, I do remember that. Would have preferred that on Lloyd, but alright. Oh hey, Zero Craft. Bang.
仕事熱心だね。
私の番ですね。来い。
Oh, he missed one. So you can miss the first strike, but still hit the second one.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's the second fight, he still stays down. Okay.
さらよったはは運が悪かったな
Great.
いいぜ
I have no way to get them back up. Well, alright. At least we're back up now.
Easy.
I remember why I don't like fighting these things. Scent. Oh yeah, let me see. Do we have any ornaments that would... No. Thalos is good for KO, but... we don't have anything for, like, Curia or anything. Alright, I'll leave it alone for now. I mean, obviously next time I get to, like, I mean, assuming they have one. A place where I can, craft some quartz. Maybe, I can get one. No, that's my own fault. I should have known better. Sokuda. Now we're getting somewhere. I gotta make this quick. At least we hit all three. You know what? Lecter's order is actually really good. You get 40% damage increase for 6 turns for only 2 BP. Like, that's really good. No. That works. Yeah, let's see what's up here. Just a fight on the way, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Reduces the damage, but I'll be able to break their guards better. There we go.
崩した。
正気見切った
Yeah, you're done.
おうよ。
覚悟やっ戦闘終了気を
よし、やったぞ。
Yeah. Lloyd. Did that battle open any wounds? No, most of my blood is still inside. I'm just worn out. And here I was thinking you'd suddenly lost your touch. But you picked as good a spot as any. Why don't we sit at the rest area? I wish I could suggest we keep going, but something tells me that wouldn't be wise. Sorry for slowing everyone down. Oh, hush. It's really not a problem. She's so sweet. Unlike him. Although I guess he's being considerate enough. There, have a coffee on me. Yeah, this definitely makes up for everything. Much appreciated. Well, I'd say we're about the halfway point to the village now, practically a stone throws away. No sign of EDF patrols either. Much like when President Croix was in charge, I'm guessing they can't spare the resources for neighboring villages and towns. That'd work in our favor, at least. I'll take anything that helps us reunite with our friends as quickly as possible. Yeah, ain't much time to lose. They completely blindsided us with the attack on the ceremony. Who knows what else they can do? Especially considering everything going on the past month in the Empire. What do you mean? We liberated Crossbell only a month ago. Don't tell me something has happened since. Behind the scenes anyway, yeah. For one, someone broke into an RMP guardhouse. Me and Claire had to look into it. Then last week, Prince Oliver and his wife went missing. The Courageous, they were on, and all. The entire Courageous? This is news to us. I guess that would explain why we haven't been able to get in touch with Reen and the gang. Oh yeah, you guys use that round of 7 thingy for communicating over long distances. That'd be it then. The Sonora Seashell was on board the Courageous when it disappeared, and that system is useless without it. As we speak, all other communication with the outside world has been jammed. Doubt we can count on Class 7 or any of your buddies outside Crossbell to help us right now. Guess you're right. And you think the culprit behind the chaos in Crossbell is responsible for it all? Yep, Crossbell lies at the center of everything right now. Shame Claire and I didn't realize before Rufus and his men escaped. I pulled all the stops to at least get myself into Crossbell, but they still got the upper hand. It's astonishing how well prepared they were. Not to mention outmaneuvering you and Claire is no small feat. Not many can pull that off. To tell you the truth, the whole thing still makes 0 sense to me. I just can't imagine that everything he said was a lie. Even he isn't that much of a weasel.
閣下の咎は筆頭たる私が受けよう。今回の騒動およびクロスベル問題をより良い形で決着するためにも、残された我々はそれぞれのやり方で言ってしまった彼に報いなくてはな。
He really said that? Still, there's no point denying what happened in front of your own eyes, so we got a score to settle. And it's on me to settle it, both for the other Ironbloods who once served under Osborne, and for his kid who can't be here. But to be honest, I've got another more personal reason for wanting to fix this. Crossbell's been my favorite vacation spot ever since I snuck in here 2 years back. Oh my god, that's gonna be his personal reason. The sooner you guys can reclaim your independence, the sooner I can come chill in my party shirt. Yup, his little vacation outfit. Sure, we'll give it our best shot. We can't afford to rest until everyone is free. It's the SSS's duty to the whole of Crossbell. Yeah, okay, so they're both realizing what's up with Lloyd. Like, Lloyd is like, yeah. Both Risha and Lecter are like, okay, you know, obviously the SSS aren't like the heroes of Crossbell as much as the citizens are like thinking they are supposed to be. That's what brought on this whole situation in the first place, is the citizens were like having all this turmoil that the SSS could actually lose as like the protectors of Crossbell. Like, they're not that, they're just police officers. And I'll liberate Arkansas while we're at it. The sooner we do that, the sooner we can perform again. So we're going to be using you. No, you know what? This isn't even the first time you've helped us. You lent a hand in arresting the former president. So why don't we drop all the talk of using one another and just work together on this? Heh, I should have figured you'd say that eventually. Fine, have it your way. I'm counting on you, Bannings. Same to you. That didn't last long. Their duty to the whole of Crossbell. Yeah, Lecter's gonna figure it out. After they had rested long enough for Lloyd to recover his strength, the trio set off once more for Armorica. Yeah, like, that's like the big issue here. It's like, even though Lloyd has calmed down a little bit, he's still treating it as if, like, it's the SSS's job to always be the heroes of Crossbell. It's like, no, that's never what you guys were. You guys were just police officers. You help out where it's needed and, you know, try to make the place a better, you know, make it a better city. But you're not the ones that are, like, these superheroes that are, like, the, like, poster, you know, family protecting the place. But he'll have to learn it at some point.
よし、ゲットだ。
Still is a shame we got Garcia on the opposite side of things. Last time Lloyd saw Garcia was when he escaped prison and Garcia stayed behind. Armorica Road 2. Let's see. Ancient battlefields over there. Oh, they made this a lot shorter than it used to be. Ooh, Zero Art's nice. Do it again. Alright, I don't know if we're... How far up can we go?
右手はアルモリカ古戦場ですね。人の気配はなさそうです。
少し前まで帝国軍の軍事キャンプがあったんだよ。
That explains it.
見ていきたい気もするけど、今はアルモリカ村に向かおう。
なんだ
Lecter feels something. But yeah, I do remember during the war, they were saying that they were using it as a campsite. Fire, huh? Right, it had the burn on it, so... anything up here? Yep.
強敵だな。
降りかかる火の粉は払うまで。
さあ、盛り上げていこうぜ。
行くぞ。 Yeah.
Sure, why not?
私の番ですね。来い。てー。後期です。行きましょう、ロイドさん。
わかった。
Oh, perfect.
おうよ。さて、お遊びはこれまで。そんじゃあばよ。ま、相手が悪レベルアップってか。
I totally forgot how loud he is with that. Oh yeah, also, I guess I should mention,
宝箱だ。
this will be the first game this kind of happens, because this game does have, like, a ton of content that isn't just, like, main story. Like, obviously, up to this point, besides, like I said, it's like Sky the Third in this respect, where there is, like, side content that you can do kind of at any point. But there is also specific side content, not even side, because some of it is main story related, that you can only do in the post game. So even when the credits roll on the main story, our playthrough is not going to be done. There's still going to be more we do after. I'm also trying to decide if I want to save all the side stories that we're going to get later for after the playthrough, but I'll decide as we're kind of going. It'll make a lot more sense once we get there. Alright, there it is. Oh no. Oh, there's Ellie. Well, that answers who's here. Over there. This isn't looking good. What are we gonna do? Don't worry, Pulley. I won't let them hurt you.
みんな、今のうちに群れ。ここは私が。
Whoa. What do we do, Camille? Shoot, no one hurts my sister while I'm around.
数が多すぎる。このままじゃ。
エリー。
Epic hit.
遅くなってすまない。背中は頼んだ。
殲滅を開始します。
Alright, well, we got a group of 4 now. I do need to hit a lot of them, though. You know what?
我が舞は無限。去りゆく者へのたぬき。眠れ。白金の光に抱かれ。バック。メッ。戦闘終了。
Everywhere at
気を
once?
引き締めないと。
Defeat 8 enemies at once. Well, there you go.
まあこんなもんだろ
みんな、怪我はないみたいだ。
These are the kids we'd always see hanging out in Armorica back during Zero and Azure. Why are they out here, though?
よかった。間に合って。
ああ、もうあなたって人は本当にタイミングがいいっていうか。
Well, he is Lloyd.
こんなに早く再会できるなんて。怪我は大丈夫なの？
Well, you got some wounds that keep opening up, but besides that...
ああ、おかげさまでね。心配をかけてすまなかった。エリー、よかった。本当に。
ロイド、私。
Whoa. They must really like each other. I think we should give them some privacy, Pulley. So this is what you guys were talking about. I'm glad you're back together. Well then. There are children watching, you know. Don't go corrupting them, officers. We were doing nothing of the sort. Don't make it sound like that. Wait, what are you doing here in the first place? It's kind of a long story. Are y'all alright? Thank goodness, I was worried something might have happened. You, don't scare me like that. Hold up, aren't you all? Oh, Cecile. So Cecile is up here too. Guess when they all escaped, they couldn't be particular about directions. This is kind of like in Azure when everyone got separated when, you know, Lloyd was just with Wazzy. Lecter tipped us off that an SSS member was in Armorica, but I never expected to run into you too, Cecile. I'm so glad you're alright.
ロイドの方こそここまで辛かったわね。あんな大怪我をしたのによく無事にたどり着いてくれたわ。
Yeah, I'm doing better now thanks to Risha. I wouldn't have made it here without her, or Lecter for that matter. I wasn't expecting to get a shortcut. You know you don't owe me anything. But it was your information that led us to Armorica in the first place. It's good to see so many people from the city were able to escape to here. Yes, it wouldn't have been possible had the CPD and CGF not drawn the enemy's attention. Then again, it's Kia, isn't it? You don't know where she is either. Oh no. Unfortunately, we were separated from her during the confusion in the city. I'm so sorry, Lloyd. I was standing right next to her at the time. So it was my responsibility. I shouldn't have let this happen. Please, Cecile, you don't have to blame yourself. It's not your fault. If anything, I should have... Ellie. We're all worried about Kia, but we need to have faith in her. I'm sure she's okay, and I know we'll find her eventually and bring her home safely. There's not a doubt in my mind. Lloyd's right. Let's take solace in how many people were able to escape from the city. If they're okay, then I'm sure Kia is too. I can't begin to describe how it feels to know Shan Shan and Speaker McDowell are okay. I was especially worried about Shan Shan this whole time. Yeah, think of it this way. We're off to a good start already knowing some of our friends and family are alright. Though, I don't want to make light of the injuries Speaker McDowell suffered. Sounds like he took a stray bullet to the shoulder. He gonna be okay? Damn. The doctor said he should be fine, fortunately. The bullet passed straight through, so it didn't cause much damage. But given his age, he's going to need plenty of rest at the clinic for now. That's probably for the best. I wouldn't want him pushing himself too hard for our sakes. That's right, your grandfather will be okay, Ellie, so long as he takes time to recover. He's in good hands with Dr. Litton. And try not to worry too much about where Kia is, alright? I'll try. Well, I'm going to go help back at the clinic. Let me know if you need anything. Thanks, Cecile. We will. My apologies. I know there's no sense in being gloomy right now. The children left the village because they wanted to find a way to cheer me up, and you saw how that almost turned out. You shouldn't blame yourself for that either, Ellie. I'm sure they wanted to help the entire village, and not just you. But... hate to change the subject, but I think I'm going to do my own thing for a while now that we made it to the village. Yes, we could all use some downtime. I'd like to catch up with Shan Shan and see how she's doing. She's at the inn, isn't she? Yes, that's where the other refugees from the city are staying as well. She's been worried about you too, so I'm sure she'll be happy to spend some time with you. That sounds like her. I'll go do that then. I'm gonna go check in on the speaker and see if the folks at the clinic need a hand. Give me a holler once you two are done with the heart-to-heart you're about to have. Thanks, Lecter. What was that? I guess that was their way of leaving this in my hands. Hey, Ellie, could I interest you in a walk around the village together? I want to get a better idea of how the villagers are holding up. I suppose we could do that. Armorica may have to be our base of operations for a while, so we should go say hi to Chief Tolta as well. Good thinking, let's go then. Good old Chief Tolta, I haven't seen him in a while. Alright, let's go see what everyone's up to. Miria and Elkin. It's weird to see this place in 3D. I don't ever remember there being this big building near the sanatorium. I don't even know what... Oh, so this is where, okay. On second thought, we can visit later. So this is the place that they built while, during the war. You know, how they had to move all of the, or a lot of the residents from St. Ursula here. This is probably where they've been keeping them. Because obviously that building didn't exist during, Azure.
この村を歩いているとなんだかホッとするな。
ええ、本当にね。あなたも無事だったことだし。
とにかくいろいろ回ってみないとな。ここなら釣れそうだな。
Sure, let's see what kind of fish we can find.
よし来た。いい手応えだ。
Got him.
こんなもんか。
Rock Eater. Obviously, quite a few places to look at. General goods store. Haven't been here in a while either. Oh, right, I did want to, well, yeah, this is important too, but... There we go. That's what I wanted. Mr. Arundel. Yeah, let me just get rid of, Oh, it's only for green. Okay, so I guess Shield 2 is gonna have to get cut for now. Yeah, what else do you sell here? Oh, a weapon. Nice. Alright, let's talk to a few people before we end the video. Thanks again for saving us earlier, guys. All the grown-ups and Mr. McDowell have been looking really sad, so we wanted to cheer them up with some flowers. We were going to pick some of the pretty ones just outside the village. Yeah, we didn't think we'd have to worry about monsters if we didn't wander very far. We're sorry we caused so much trouble. You don't need to apologize, just be more careful next time. Okay, but, we still want to give you these. We asked Jake to help us get them. Wow, we really appreciate it. I'm sure you guys have a lot of stuff to do, so we thought this might help you out. How thoughtful, thank you so much. Didn't this used to be I don't know if this used to be a store or not. Derek. Hey, SSS, good seeing you. You're Tolta's son, Derek, right? It's good to see you again. What's in all these large boxes? Supplies. We're going to share them with the refugees from the city. I asked the villagers to donate goods they weren't using as I searched the storehouse. Let us know if you need a place to stay, too. We'll be happy to get a room ready. Oh, and don't worry about the soldiers. We'll tell them you're not here if they come by again. We've been prepared for the worst since Speaker McDowell was carried here. What's harboring a few wanted criminals? That's one way to put it, but thanks, Derek. We owe you. We'll do everything we can to repay your hospitality. It's truly reassuring knowing you have our backs. Nice to see this view in full right now. Alright, but we're gonna end things off here. Next time we'll check in on Chief Tolta, and then what Reach is up to over at the Ash Tree Inn. And then I guess we'll see what our group is planning on doing there. Actually, let's see, where is this lining up with? Oh, so this is already after investigating Heimdallr. This lines up with the stroll in the capital. Got it. Or I guess this is where Reen and the others are now. And this is where they ended up. Okay. Yep, so that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.